Welcome back. That's the first ball of this innings. Diamond Creek batting. Right arm medium, bowling from the Diamond Creek trail end.
So defending them by McDonald there. 5 deliveries so far, pretty comfortably played. There doesn't seem to be anything too worrying about the bowling. It's just tidy little...
very gentle medium paces. I'm quite amazed that the keeper's not up to the stumps, because I don't think an edge would carry.
Played one over and none for none to score.
Okay, so we're about to have the second over. This one from the Elizabeth Street end, and you can see behind that the players for the G3 semi-final at Margaret Oval are walking past. They've had their food and now they're ready to resume play as well. So everything is coming back after those simultaneous lunch breaks.
So we've got Ryan Pato on strike here, and a full start to begin.
Two slips, point, cover, mid-off and mid-on, short mid-wicket, square leg, short fine leg. No gully. And drives it, and fielded in the covers. So, let's have a look. No gully, and then obviously there's the gap at cover point and extra cover, and mid-wicket if you're able to beat the short mid-wicket. So
I was surprisingly going to go with the 5-4 field. I think when you need wickets, you've got to have 3 catches.
Why are the two slips standing so ridiculously close to each other? And a wicket has fallen. Strangled down the leg side. Mill Park have taken their first wicket.
Pato, I wasn't too sure about the shot there. I mean, it was the correct shot, but it just seemed a little bit lethargic onto it there. Not convincing there, and that's where you can get the thinnest of edges there. Sent it through the keeper, so it's a big breakthrough, and it's exactly what Mill Park need. Going to noodle their way back into this match.
Absolutely, considering how low scoring this the first innings is, and how small the target is, and how the required run rate is non-existent. It's it's just so close to zero. It's virtually zero. It means that all that can matter is taking wickets and bringing some sort of alternative element into this game, because considering the Diamond Creek just have to put up a reasonably mediocre batting performance to end the game and win it comfortably, this has at least thrown another element in place that's made you second guess what's going on.
I've got Noah Merritt coming in at number 3 here. Starting with a defensive shot back to the bowler.
So this bowler is bowling right arm medium fast. Still not very fast, and also his action does not seem to be getting the most out of his body, because he looks like a very fit guy, but he doesn't seem to get bowling that fast. Oh, it's gone through the gully region, the gap where there's no gully, and a cut shot.
Probably was 2 in that there. It was neatly cut there from Merritt, but settling for 1. Diamond Creek off the mark.
Yeah. It's very strange. wouldn't think that a target of 50 is anything to get nervous about, but there you go, semi-final. Oh, plays it, and it goes to the cover for a dot ball. So you'd think that a team that's won so much and so many comfortable victories that this would not be something that they'd get flustered by, but losing an early wicket, could these champions fall on their sword?
Comes in. This is defended by McDonald. Safely back to the bowler. Good start here for the Tigers. Donald Creek by themselves, 1 for 1.
So this is the 3rd over, and the right arm medium pacer to continue.
McMaster in. We're on a medium fast or even medium pace. Left lane there by me.
Very gentle mediums. The slips are not only very in, but they're very close to each other. There's a gully. Like, it'd have to be a serious edge to get caught by those. Look, yeah, look at how close they're standing.
There's a couple of ways to look at slip fielding, and I know this is probably more my expertise than yours, Chukka, but one of the theories you have is that you don't want any gaps. You want to make sure that there's no chance of getting in between any of them, as this one is left alone there by Merritt. So that's probably the way you'll look at it with the captain like Johnson here. So he's making sure to say, okay, I don't want anything going in between. I can't afford to miss chances. I'm going to have you guys close to each other. If you lose half a metre to the right of your second slip, then so be it. This is forward, play down the mid-on. Delivered comfortably enough.
Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. Look, this bowler is bowling at least getting a little bit of movement away, mostly off the pitch, and just a teensy bit after it leaves the batsman. Comes into bowl and leg glances it, and they're going to take a single down at square leg. Another run there for Merritt.
And he'll retain the strike as well. The Demons at 1 for 2.
Alright, so this is the 4th over. The second one from the Elizabeth Street end. And leaves it alone. So I said that, like, biomechanically, this bowler looks like he could be a piece of action here. Like, he's very tall, very broad shoulders, and he's quite large, so he should be able to bowl very fast, but he looks like he's not actually bowling an action that takes the most advantage out of his strength, and he's actually taking pace off his action by clumsily approaching the crease.
So McDonald in, this is going to be flicked off the pad set for Merritt, and could ever think about 2, but they're not going to. Probably the feature of McDonald's season has probably been the inconsistency. I'll give you an idea of what I mean by that. So in that, what proved to be a crucial game against Riverside, he took 6 for 28. But his season average for the ball is 28.
Wow.
So he's gotten plenty of none-fers and one-fers, and one day he just had a day out, so his best is very good. Will we see the best today?
Now into a low full toss and it's driven to mid-on. And this is, of course, McDonald on strike.
Definitely plays on confidence, as we talked about earlier, so if you can just keep going, chance of a score.
And some more runs, this time in the gap in the backwards square leg region for 1. So, getting little ones here and there. Very good start. It's going to be a while yet before we see any sort of flowing or liberal attitude towards Diamond Creek's batting. Comes into bowl. Oh, leg glances it, and it's to mid-on.
When you bought those first 20 runs there, I would think, if you're 1 for 20, which is not necessarily a gigantically good score, but what it means is it makes the equation so much harder for Mill Park to win this game. Suddenly you're looking at needing to take something absurd like 9 for 30 to win the match.
Yes.
Well, that's even more absurd than what we're talking about right now. Right now, still, it's not likely.
Comes into bowl and leaves it alone.
That concludes the end of the 4th over. The Demons 11 for 4.
Okay, so this is the 5th over. Right arm medium bowler to continue at the Diamond Creek trail end.
With Buster in. Gives a full and we're going for stick fence. No run.
So the situation is such that Diamond Creek have such a small target, and this could very easily be reached in just a matter of an hour and a half. Comes into all leg lances it down to, it's very narrow, very sharp down just behind the keeper. They've gotten 2. Surely they'll go for a 3rd on the arm.
They'll get back.
3. Awesome stuff there by McDonald. So it means that if short of something miraculous like Diamond Creek being bowled out for 70 or 80 or 90, and we go to a second innings, if they just even do a reasonably good job of scoring 130 for 6.
This is full and left alone by Merritt. Can be risky though, King. It's so close to the keeper. You might remember at Shelley Park we saw a catch by Bellingham down the leg side there, so it's awfully risky you can get that close to the keeper.
Yes, absolutely. And defended. So, if Diamond Creek get to a situation where they have not yet been bowled out, and they are more than triple what Mill Park scored. Oh, boy, interesting play miss there.
I don't know why you're trying to defend a ball that's clear on that 5th and 6th up line. That's definitely one of the legs, that one.
Yeah. So if you are triple Mill Park score, 150, you haven't been bowled out yet, there's no way that Mill Park could win. They can't chase down that deficit and then set a target. And defends. Because they have to bowl out Diamond Creek, set a target, 4 things. Bowl out Diamond Creek, eliminate the deficit, set a target, and then bowl out Diamond Creek, so it's impossible. So that's the end of the over.
1 for 7.
Okay. New over, 6th over.
Played safely out to square leg.
So from that point of view that I'm presenting, 1, Diamond Creek just have to not get bowled out, and 2, they have to win the game and then get a significant portion into the black, at least double Mill Park's score.
McDonald in. This is full and outside off, left alone through to Johnson.
And that is not that remarkable. Like if they just score like 7 for 200 or 6 for 90, they've won the game on first innings points. They haven't been bowled out. Mill Park are not in a position to turn this game around and win on second innings. Like it reaches the point where you start wondering, what can we do? This is all running out of time. Comes into bowl and drives it.
Just got to make sure they get those early wickets though. They've already gotten 1. They got Putto in the 2nd over.
Yes.
They'll get more though. Remember, at this point, Diamond Creek were just about to pick up their 5th wicket. They got the 5th wicket at the end of the 7th over. Hard to compare the 2.
Yes. And defends it. Very nicely batted there by McDonald. Very compact. He is keeping his bat well within his centre of gravity. So he's not trying to do anything ridiculous. His wrist action very nice. Staying on top of the ball, making sure he steps on his tippy toes to make sure that the ball doesn't clip his glove or the shoulder of his bat. Comes into bowl. And a wild drive through the extra cover gap. And the fielder at mid-off, who does not appear to be the best runner, collects it in.
And we'll pick up the 3rd.
Wow, that's good running.
That's even so probably one of the more shorter boundaries there. That one. But they still managed to pick up 3. It's the 2nd time they've gotten 3 in this innings in the first 10 runs.
Very nice by McDonald. Like that is, if you had a look at the replay of that, that's a very, very nicely batted cover drive. Oh, it's an outside edge and there's no gully. It goes down to the 3rd man region. There's no 3rd man. Picks it up. The second slips over. relays it, and they get 2.
Disappointing fielding there from the Tigers. They find themselves conceding 5 runs off the last 2 balls of that over. Diamond Creek 1 for 12.
Comes into bowl and defends it off the back foot. Yep, I have to say that McDonald is very much impressive, really impressing me. Everything is right. Footwork, body weight, cocked wrist, eyes on the ball, keeping your head straight and still. Very nice. Like he's been the most impressive batsman all day.
He's done a lot of work with a former teammate of his, Glenn McDowell. They were premierships together there in the H grade side a number of years ago. And a lot of work with each other, and it's helped me through his batting a lot.
Another one well defended. Comes into bowl and again defended. So this is the problem. You know, if you get bowled out for 100, at least it means you have something to defend. When you get bowled out for 50, you got nothing to defend, which means the little edges down to third man for 2 are utterly painful to defend their full ball. So it's a situation where like an edge down to third man for 2 would be considered great, but it's awful. You can't concede those.
With Buster into the last ball of this over, the goal plays it safely to the very short mid wicket. A maiden over, still 1 for 12.
So we've got a change of the bowling at the Elizabeth Street end. Let's see what he bowls. And it's a no ball. So
second front foot no ball for the match there. We saw Fallon Price bowl 1 in the first innings.
yep.
What's the second?
Very unusual action. A little bit of a James Faulkner in his action, where his front foot is pointing towards cover, and then his back foot is pointing towards mid-wicket. So very, very straight on, front on.
This is full, and just defended out to cover, no run. I remember earlier in the summer, we were trying to give it to one international player per
Yes.
broadcast. I think we're already up to at least 6.
Yes, that has been well and truly broken. So, medium fast, 2 slips. Oh, and again, an edge in the gap between, dear
You've got to have
me.
a goalie. It's
Gully, or
non-negotiable.
at the very least, at the very minimum, actually put your 2 slips at a proper distance, which is fingertips. The fingertip rule. Look, they're almost now. Okay, that's better. Okay, that's now it's too far. Now they're too far away from each other. Use the fingertip rule. And
So anyway, we've got the bowler coming in, so let's have a look at how he's going. This is
well defended. More very impressive batting by McDonald.
This could be the most impressive 7 of the summer.
Yes. And well defended. And it goes into the covers.
They're certainly getting through the overs here, the Tigers, already up to the 8th over. That's probably what happens when you have bowlers who don't necessarily have a long run up like, it's not like a Prune or a Fallon Price.
And again defended. So a 7 ball over there thanks to the no ball.
It's 1 for 14.